Today I'm joined by fellow accountant, UK and UAE firm owner, and now recent expat in Qatar, Reza Hooda.
My name's Reza. I am an accountant. I run an accounting firm in the UK. We also have an office in Dubai, set up in Dubai. As you know, I am now resident of Qatar.
Yes,
and UK, Dubai, now Qatar.
Yeah, we're all competing for the same people. But in the UAE and I assume like in Qatar as well, there's just big talent pool.
Decisions are of three types: hats, haircuts, and tattoos.
Right.
Most of us think that decisions we are making are like tattoos.
Welcome back to the Moving to Dubai podcast. What if you've built a successful UK accounting firm, expanded into the UAE, and then decided to do it all again in Qatar? That's exactly what my next guest has done. Today I'm joined by fellow accountant, UK and UAE firm owner, and now recent expat in Qatar, Reza Hooda. Reza, thank you so much for being on my podcast today. For anyone who doesn't know, please can you just tell us who you are and what you do?
Sure, my pleasure, Jeri. Excited to be here. Thank you very much for having me. So, my name's Reza. I am an accountant. I run an accounting firm in the UK. We also have an office in Dubai, set up in Dubai, as you know. And I recently relocated to Qatar a few months ago. So as of last year, it's been about 6 months now. I am now resident of Qatar.
Yes,
UK, Dubai, now Qatar.
Yeah. Which is good, really, because you did need something to differentiate me and you.
Absolutely. It's getting all too samey.
It's just, you know what I mean? Just stop copying me. Reza and I, we met in the UK, children at the same school, live in the same area, both UK accounting firms, then both Dubai accounting firms. Yes, and we are going to talk about Qatar. But before we do that, let's just go back a little bit. So, why Dubai in the first place? How was that transition?
So Dubai came out through demand, really. So we launched in our UK accounting firm. We launched a separate brand called Capture Accounting, and that was for content creators and influencers. Mm-hmm. And we found that those clients of ours then started asking us, well, we want to go and live in Dubai. How do we do it? Yeah. So initially, we started using third parties out there through our existing connections. It got to the point where we were sending so many people there, and then the service wasn't great, and we thought, well, let's go out there and see if we can do it ourselves. Yeah. And we did. And then the rest is history. So we then set up our own business there, and now we're able to help people to relocate there, do their accounts there, do their tax there, everything that you would expect. Yeah. Just kind of happened organically. The demand was there, opportunity was there, so we thought, why not, and take advantage of it. And now it's growing faster than UK, believe it or not. We get more inquiries for people wanting to move to Dubai, doing Dubai stuff, than we do UK. Yeah. So it's definitely a growth area, for sure. And I'm sure you've seen the same. Yeah,
I have. It's interesting you say that because I literally say the same thing. You know, people say, how's Dubai doing? I say, it's scaling quicker than my established UK firm. Yeah. It's doing well. It's still doing well, but it's just a different vibe. It's just... the demand, like you say, is massively there, and that's the same reason that I set up in the UAE. Exactly the same. The demand was there, and funnily enough, Bianca, who was on my podcast as well, corporate lawyer in the UAE, said, you know, the amount of people that set businesses up without a plan or without the demand, and like, if I do it, they will come. And she's like, no, don't,
absolutely,
don't set up. They won't. You know. And I said, yeah, it's right, because I had the demand and did what you did, exactly like that, and it makes complete sense.
100%.
And how do you find it different having a business in the UAE versus the UK?
It's very different. I mean, for a start, we don't actually. There's not as much. We run a lot of the Dubai stuff from the UK. Yeah, so because the UAE stuff is fairly new, I mean, we got into it probably about 2-3 years ago now, when they were just about introducing corp tax, about introducing VAT. So everyone was on the same level playing field. Yeah. Everyone was just learning it as they were going along. So it's no different from my team in the UK learning it to someone based in the UAE learning it.
Exactly.
So we all started off on the same journey. Yeah. And as you know, most of it is based upon the UK model anyway. So it's not too difficult for someone who knows the UK system to quickly pick up how to do things in the UAE. Yeah. So in that sense, there's a lot of parallels, and therefore very easy to pick up the system, the processes, And in terms of how different it is, I guess it's just the dealing with the various authorities. I mean, that takes a while to get used to. Not as slick as in the UK. There's a lot of moving parts. There's still a lot of kind of bureaucratic and archaic processes that we have to deal with. You know, physical signing and stamping and all this kind of palaver. But it is what it is. And the UK has a bit of a head start. It's been company's house was set up many moons ago, whereas they're only just about doing it here. And so as long as by and large everyone is very helpful, you can if you don't know how to do something, someone will find a way for you. And although you might come across obstacles, there's always a solution. You just got to go and ask the right person to find it.
Yeah, definitely, I would agree. I think that it's a very supportive environment out here. And I agree as well about the kind of, it's quite process heavy. I always say to clients, it's not difficult to set up in Dubai. If anything, it's easy to set up in Dubai. It's quite admin heavy, but that's why clients will use firms like ours, right? Because we will just take all of that kind of load off of you and be like, it's quite, how did I used to describe it? So when I moved out here, set up my business, I kept thinking like, I can't do this stage until I have this. But in order to get this, I need this. But I can't get that until I get this. And I like that. So it was kind of, I did feel a little bit on the hamster wheel. And I think having been through it myself, and Dubai is great because it's improving its processes all the time. Like it's encouraging and enabling businesses to open here. It's what it wants, right? So, so there's a lot of steps. A lot of bits.
There is.
And depending on where you go, the bits are different. People learn 65 different ways of doing things. But but that's why we do it, right? Absolutely. So that's why we help everyone.
It's all worth it in the long run, I guess. And that's why people are doing it, because of the benefits that it gives you, not just from a business perspective, but also from a lifestyle perspective and as obviously a tax perspective. So there is more than just the business angle that's moving people here.
For sure.
Eyes have been opened. 10, 15 years ago, Dubai was just seen as part of the Middle East, and lots of misconceptions about it. But slowly but surely, through more and more people going there and telling the real stories, and people coming here and seeing it for what it actually is, realizing that actually it's a great place to be. It's a great quality of life, lifestyle, weather. There's so many. It ticks so many boxes.
So many.
And when you think what's happening in Western Europe and how things are just going down the pan, and you can't really see any signs of that improving in the short to medium term, it's just people are thinking, well, why not?
Why not? Exactly that. And on the subject of why not, let's talk about Qatar. Let's talk about what you did. So firstly, before we get into it, how are you? How is the family? How is everyone settled in?
Everyone is good, thank you. It was a bit of a shock to the system because we arrived in August, which, as you can imagine, peak heat. But the term starts in September, so we kind of had to get there before school started. And I can't lie, it was hard the first sort of 8 weeks, and particularly because my wife wasn't too keen on moving, mainly because of the weather and because of the lack of nature. And that it took me 3 years to kind of convince her to just try it out. Let's just try it out. What's the worst that can happen? You can always go back. So so the backstory, kind of the first time I went to Qatar was for the World Cup in 2022. My wife's sister actually lives out there. They moved out there kind of pandemic time, and we stayed with them for a few weeks and just loved it. Like, it was amazing. Like, the World Cup atmosphere was fantastic, and then just seeing Doha and how the investment they'd made in it since kind of preparing for the World Cup, and the infrastructure they'd created, and very picturesque. And we kind of saw it from a local perspective because we lived with them for 3 weeks. So we did the things that they were doing, the socials, the picnics, the beach trips, and thought, wow, this is great. Like, I could live here.
What a life.
And what are we doing in the UK?
What are we doing?
But then there were a lot of, like, some people in people in UK, if they live in cities like London and Birmingham, it's very easy to think, oh yeah, this is rubbish, let's move out. But we live in quite a nice part of the world, right? So it was hard. We're literally 5 minutes away from the beach in Hillhead in Fareham. So it's kind of hard to prize us away from there. But eventually it kind of UK grated on us, and I was managed to convince Fazana to just agree.
Chip it away.
And she agreed. So we arrived in August, and boiling hot, but it was good that the kids just started school straight away, so they were into routine. And again, the schools follow the UK syllabus curriculum, so easy transition in. I must say the schools are fantastic there, and like amazing facilities, similar to Dubai here, like second to none. So if you're into sports and stuff like that, fantastic. Sophia's into swimming, and Raheem's into football and tennis. So they kind of got to grips with it pretty quickly and integrated pretty well. And first 8 weeks were tough, but as soon as November hit, the humidity went away, started to cool down. We can go out a lot more now, and literally every day for the last sort of 8-9 weeks we've been out morning walks and evening walks, and it's fantastic. Like at the moment it's perfect.
The weather,
come April, May time, it might be a bit different, but until now it's just amazing.
And I was saying the same, that just being here this week, although I'm here for work, so it's not like I'm out sunbathing, but the weather is
just right.
Perfect. Sitting outside having breakfast.
Absolutely.
Sending pictures to everyone at home going, how's the weather? It's raining. That was great. I'm really pleased that, it's gone how you wanted it to go. And we were the same when we moved to Dubai. It was very much what's the worst that could happen? If we don't try, we'll never know. And, obviously having children, we both have children, they are into different things, and you want to make sure that they're going to love it too. I always think if the kids are happy,
exactly,
you are, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Like that's because I know you were. Did you get the school that you wanted in the end?
Eventually, yes. So when we got there, we had 3 kids in 3 different schools. So that was a bit of a challenge. Because my eldest is in year 11, so he's halfway through GCSE, and therefore not all the schools, exam boards and stuff like that. So only one school would take him where he had to transition from some boards to another. So again, people were thinking, wow, what a crazy time to move, like midway through your GCSE. But you know what? There's never a right time. When you have 4 kids, it's like, there's never a right time. So we just had to, there's always one kid that might have to, and thankfully it's the cleverest one. So if you're watching this, Kareem,
listen, Kareem, you're the cleverest.
Absolutely.
Take it on the chin.
So thankfully he's been fine. He's going through his mocks at the moment, GCSE, so hopefully he'll do well. And then they're on the waiting list for Doha College, which is like the one we wanted to get them into. After 3 weeks, Raheem got a place, so we moved him. And then a month later, Sophia got a place, and then she got in. So now 2 at the right school. 1 will finish GCSEs and hopefully move on to that for A levels. Before. And the other one? Before uni. The other one, he finished A levels, so
I thought
he's the eldest. He's finished, so he's kind of doing a gap year, but doing his AAT at the same time. So kind of indeed.
Following your footsteps.
Absolutely. He didn't really know what he wanted to do, so I said, well, he wants to go into business. So I said, if you want to go into business, you need to learn 3 key skills: marketing, sales, and accounting. Right, you learn those, and you'll be sorted. So accounting is doing with me, and then he's looking for opportunities to kind of get some sales skills and marketing experience locally. So
I mean, no one better to teach him marketing really than you, because you are.
But kids don't listen to parents, do they?
No, they don't. They absolutely don't. Well, my son just thinks he's just going to work for me. He's like, I'll just come work for you and you can just pay me. That's not actually how it works, James. You have to know how to do it, and you have to train, and you have to actually work. How much will I get paid? Like, right, you're 12. Like, calm down. That's really good then. So it's all falling into place.
Indeed.
That's great.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. It's nice.
And how is the kind of business landscape in Doha, in Qatar? I genuinely have no idea. Like, is it? I think to myself, same as Dubai, surely. Like, or Abu Dhabi, maybe. I don't know. Like, is it?
Yeah, it's not as. I guess when you think of trying to compare it, you probably think it's virtually non-existent compared to Dubai. When you think of Dubai, there's so many options here. Like when you think of how many free zones there are and mainland and people setting up companies left, right, and centre. It's a bit more restricted in Qatar. I mean, it is open. There are now only 3 ways that you can set up a company. There's the with 100% ownership.
Right. Okay.
So essentially, you've got two mainland options: the Qatar Financial Centre and the Ministry of Chamber, and something innovation, I think.
Yeah.
And then you've got the QFZ, which is the Qatar Free Zone.
Right.
So in that sense, it's quite simple. Like that's
That
it.
sounds
You've got
really
like
easy.
3 authorities. Fantastic.
That sounds
So
so easy.
and actually, they are encouraging the right type of founder of business to relocate to Qatar,
Right.
and they're offering particular incentives to do so.
Okay.
So, and this is off the back of, I don't know if you heard of the Web Summit, but that
Yeah, I
took
heard
place
that.
in Qatar a couple of years ago for the first time, and they were offering kind of free company setup, free kind of license for 5 years, a tax holiday for 5 years, so 0% corp tax for 5 years. And they want a particular type of founder, particularly like tech startups. So the Web Summit is all kind of very techy and
okay.
innovation and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they offer a lot of grants, a lot of incentives for companies like that to set up. But it's not exclusive to just tech startups. I mean,
No, but-
I was able to set up a company there as well. So
Yeah.
anyone that's looking to kind of do anything is welcome now.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways and means of doing so, and it's much more open now than it ever has been. So they're not taking anyone and everyone on, but for the right type of business owner, absolutely, there's
an
ways and
incentive
means
there.
of setting up.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay. So if someone is looking to move to the Middle East, because obviously there's a lot going on in Saudi with the Neom project and everything, and a lot of people are moving to Dubai and Abu Dhabi to kind of access that as well and be here. Is Qatar kind of forming part of this picture? Is it becoming... Is it up and coming? And not that it's not, but I mean, obviously, like you said, it's very different to Dubai and things. Do you see that do you see that it's going to keep increasing and more businesses are going to set up in Qatar? Is that where it's going, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And it already has happened off the back of the last, so the Web Summit this year, I think was the third one, and they've got a couple more before the tax holiday ends.
Right.
So they have these very specific incentives, and you can see on the register, like the equivalent of the Companies House, how many companies are being formed, and that's just going up and up and up. So more and more people are relocating. They're not, I think Dubai has kind of got a different vision and a different picture. They kind of want to attract the masses, whereas Qatar don't really need to. They've got, gas reserves for 100 years. They don't need lots of people to come in to replace, oil and gas because they're sorted for a long, long time. So they're kind of being a bit picky. But in terms of Qatar as a place, you kind of have to go there to appreciate it, and it opens your eyes up to like, wow, I didn't not even know this existed. Because it's a lot newer than, let's say, Dubai or Saudi or Bahrain even. So I went to Bahrain a few weeks ago, and when you're in Doha, it's like, oh, it just looks a bit old and weary. And even when I come here, like at the airport 10 years ago, it's like, oh wow, nice and glitzy. But it's not because I'm used to Qatar now. Qatar, like, #1 airport, and it's all, I mean, you'd love it. It's like everything is really like nice and picture. You have to come. Like you would literally love it.
I have been to the airport because we did a stopover. So I did.
The airport with a rainforest.
It was. We were only there for like an hour, but technically I have been. But no, I definitely need to go.
Most people just, in the airport. But you got to come out. And it's, it's really, there's so much going on there. Like in the last, a couple of months it's like I often describe it as it's like an international city. So there's global events happening there, but it feels like a village when you're there. It's like you bump into people in the mall, and when you're going out and stuff, you'll see people just around that so it's kind of quite nice in that respect. So in the last couple of months we've been to the F1 there was like MMA, there's been triathlon events, there's ATP tour tennis coming, and there's a lot of, especially if you're into sports, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Which I know you, super active family, all of you. Absolutely. So it must just really suit that down to
100%. 100%. Which you don't really appreciate until you're there and you're doing stuff, and then you're here. There's so much going on. It's hard to keep up with it. But it's fantastic, and I just encourage anyone just to come and check it out for yourself. Just see it for yourself, and then you can decide whether it's right for you, or whether you'd prefer Dubai or Saudi or wherever.
One of my friends actually, she said, "Oh, have you been to Doha?" I said, "I've only stopped over. I haven't been." She said, "Oh, we went on holiday there. We got this deal. I think she said like it was the St. Regis or something." She said, "Best holiday we've ever had." She said, "Honestly, it was incredible. Like absolutely." I was like, "Oh," and I was thinking, I should definitely go.
Yeah.
I want to go. That's brilliant. Are you now going to be, or are you already offering Qatar setups for clients?
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Hey,
see an opportunity and take it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I've been through the process personally. There is already a YouTube video done on how you can do it and what's involved and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we can help people through the process because we've kind of been there and done it ourselves. So I can't see it being in huge demand.
No.
But it will be for the right person. And I think as word gets out and as people kind of, because often it's not really been on the map of late, but now it is starting to be.
Yes.
And as people come there and see it, it's a real credible alternative to Dubai.
Yeah.
It's obviously a lot slower pace of life than Dubai.
Right. Okay.
There are pros and cons to that.
Yes.
I'd say the big pros are the absence of traffic like you get in Dubai. Like you can pretty much guarantee how long it's going to take you from A to B.
Wow.
And nowhere is more than sort of half an hour away.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of just easy to get around and kind of do stuff. So for us, the driver really was quality of life. Like we were leaving the UK for a better quality of life. I thought moving somewhere where I'm sitting in traffic for ages, or it takes kids ages to get to the swimming pool and back to school and pickups and drop-offs. Like we want to get away from that. Like get away from the M27 roadworks that have been going on for 8 years and sitting in traffic for an hour and a half.
They're never going to end. They're never ever going to end. I don't even know what they're doing. No one knows.
Ridiculous.
The project ended. They're still there. They're literally still there.
Oh God,
it's awful.
So to get away from that, and it has made a big difference to quality of life. Being able to spend more time with the kids. I work from home now, so they have the opportunity or the downside of seeing me kind of around all the time.
Are they enjoying it?
Yes,
they love it.
Absolutely. They're enjoying it. So it's they've blended in really well. People are really friendly in the school. They've made friends. And I guess if you're into sports, like you make friends pretty quickly. Like Sophia with her swimming, Ray with his football.
It's so true. Sports is so important, and my youngest son is going to be starting a new school in September, and we've been saying that because he's quite quiet and wouldn't necessarily maybe make friends as easily as like my elder son, but he plays rugby. And he started playing rugby, and he's only 10, but he's playing it, and he's playing outside of school now. And I'm like, it's a big rugby school that he's going to. So for me, I think he'll make friends because of that.
Absolutely.
Sport it brings 100%. Them together, doesn't it?
Definitely.
It really does.
Definitely.
And actually, I will say that the UK kind of education and sports stuff is exceptional, I think, and so actually if you are going to leave and go somewhere, so it's refreshing to hear that about Qatar, because it's the one thing that you sort of go, we can't lose that. We need to, and the facilities, I'm sure, are like out of this world. So I'm sure James would be jealous of the swimming pools and stuff. But it's super important, isn't it? I mean, sports is, we're a sporty family as well, and it always have been, and I think the kids are, and it's just a big part of every day. I mean, me and you used to see each other at school, see each other at the swimming pool. Hello, it's constant. So what do you think that before I get onto that, how expensive is it compared to Dubai, living and setting up a business? So two separate things.
Yeah. Okay. Good question.
I have no concept of this. Like literally none. Yeah.
So setting up a business, I guess with the incentives available through the Web Summit, if you are able to attend that event, I mean, if it's just gone, you've got to wait till next February for the next one.
Yeah.
But ordinarily, the company setup is $5,000 and then a $5,000 a year renewal fee for the license with the QFC. If you went down the free zone route, it's a slightly cheaper, but you've got to pay rent and things like that. So overall, it probably works out the same. The Ministry of Commerce have launched a new license where that's a bit less, but let's say that you managed to get to the Web Summit, so you got free setup, you're not paying the $5,000 until 2028, 2029. But there are some fees. You've got to pay for your residency fees, visa fees, all that kind of stuff. So it's probably on a par with the lowest of the Dubai free zone setups. So probably on a par with each other. The good thing is there's no corp tax until 29 or something,
Yes.
28,
Yeah.
29. So
Yeah.
there's a potential saving there.
Yeah.
Thereafter, it will be 10% on locally sourced profits. So if you've not
okay.
got any locally sourced profits, then you wouldn't pay any corp tax.
Then you don't pay any.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And 0 personal tax.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And no VAT yet either.
Oh, I did not know that.
No,
VAT.
no. It's coming. They keep saying it's coming.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
But it
yeah.
hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
So
But it's like you mentioned earlier about how it's all quite new in Dubai in terms of VAT is new and taxes are new, because so often I get asked, how did you started the Dubai business, how did you know how to do the VAT? And I'm like, if you can do it in the UK, where it's really hard.
Absolutely.
Like, our VAT legislation is thousands of pages long.
Absolutely.
And it's like 30 pages long in Dubai. So
exactly.
it's 5%.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's
Yeah.
really interesting. So there's no VAT.
No.
Oh.
No. They all the GCC countries were supposed to adopt it.
Yes.
But a few years ago, the UAE and Qatar had a tiff. So Qatar said, "Well, we're not going to do it now."
We're not doing
for a
it.
little bit.
Yeah,
but they are going. It is in the roadmap, and
Right.
they're saying probably within the next year or so, and they'll bring out e-invoicing at the same time and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So they are working on it. It will come, no doubt. So and then. On the cost of living front, it's not like Dubai. Like there are options for all budgets. So you can get something for a lot less, and you can get something for the sky's the limit type thing. So it all depends on what area you want to be in, what kind of villa or apartment that you want, what kind of views, proximity to certain places. So complete mixed bag.
Yeah.
But like for like, it's probably around the same, if not slightly less.
Okay.
So I'm comparing it with, let's say, my brother-in-law who's moved into Tel Al Gaf area, 4-bedroom villa, and similar like 4-bedroom villa in the same in a very nice place would probably be around the same.
Right. Okay.
Rent
that makes
wise.
sense. Yeah.
But overall, I'd say the cost of living, I think, when you take into account things like just here, there's fees for everything, right? Parking fees, and salad fees for the tolls.
And you got to pay.
Absolutely. Whereas there, it's not like that. Okay. So there's parking just free everywhere. Like, if anything, you go to like a fancy mall and they might charge you 3 riyal an hour, if that, like 3 dirhams an hour, maximum. But otherwise, pretty much parking is non-existent. There's no tolls anywhere. The only thing you've got wary of is speed cameras, which I know I've been hit with a few times. Quite a few times, which Fazana isn't too happy about. But apart from that, and Ubers are really cheap. Like compared to Dubai, I mean, I come here and it's like London prices when I go in an Uber, whereas over there it's like a third of the price, if that.
Do you think it's London price? I still think it's so cheap out here to get taxis.
Well, your mind would blown if you came to Doha. And the maximum I'd pay, like home to the airport, which is about 30-minute journey, maybe 25, 30 kilometres, is £10.
Okay, yeah. No, it would be about 25. Like a half an hour journey would be about, would it? No, so like I came here, which took me about 35 minutes to get from my hotel to here, and I paid 90 dirhams. So
so probably nearly double.
Nearly double.
About half price.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So and are you living community living? Are you near the beach? Are you like a gated community?
Yeah, we're in a compound, which is nice because you've got all your facilities on site. So what was important to me was to have a nice gym. I need a nice gym. So that was number one priority, because all of us use the gym. Like Susanna's personal trainer, my son works out, we all work out, and Sophia swims. So a nice pool and a gym was priority. And we managed to find a compound which was really good location, walking distance from like the best mall in Qatar, like it's called Vendome Mall, and walking distance to the marina as well. So now the weather is nice, we can go out for morning strolls, and it's lovely and it's picturesque, rather than being in a compound like in a city where you just come out and it's concrete around you. We're in a nice part. So again, it just helps with that kind of feeling, quality of life, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And what's the plan then? So we've got UK company, accounting firm, UAE, Qatar. What's the plan? What's the future? What's the future for Reza?
The future, who knows? Who knows? Just I think I'm glad we made the move to experience. I think it's if anything, it shows the kids that look, that you can do anything. Like, you're not tied to a certain
Anything.
place. Like, it just
Yeah.
opens their mind, broadens their horizons, and kind of gives them that ability, hopefully, to feel that then nothing should hold you back. You're not tied down to any particular place. You can do anything, you can be anywhere. You don't have to be grounded to any particular place. So I think that's just helpful in itself. I think for the next few years, hopefully, if Fazana's happy during the summer months, then then we'll stay here, because I can't see any particular reason to move back. I mean, of course, family. So her parents are there, my parents are there as well, but they can come out here. We can spend some quality time together, and we can go back in the summer as well. So we've still got a house there.
Yes.
So hopefully, if we can make it work with best of both worlds, that's the plan for the short to medium term.
Yeah, love that, and I get it, and I think for me, I have the wrong way around now, and everybody knows I moved back to the UK for family reasons, but I live in the UK and I holiday and visit here frequently, and I'm like, I just wish it was the other way. I wish I just lived in Dubai and holidayed in the UK, not the other way. Absolutely. What do you miss about the UK? Obviously family, but that goes without saying. But
so we do miss the freshness of the air. Air quality in the Middle East isn't great.
What's the air quality like in Qatar?
Yeah, it's not great.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really tell. Fazana tells me it's really bad. Like, look at it, it's really bad.
And you're like, it's fine. The same.
It's fine. Yeah, I can't tell.
Hillhead sea air, it's the same.
Absolutely. So I guess there's that, and Fazana is very much into kind of low toxin life and all that kind of stuff, which clearly you're not going to get in the Middle East with aircon blowing and fumes and pollution, and they're a bit behind when it comes to kind of being green and recyclable and stuff like that, but slowly it's happening. And also the organic produce, you don't get so much of that. Healthy eating, a lot of stuff is kind of imported. Most stuff is imported, so there's this. So the stuff that we're used to getting organic really cheaply in the UK, it's a lot more expensive, 4 times the price for cottage cheese and stuff like that. And my family are kind of very, very clean eaters, and therefore our food bills are huge, because it's got to be organic and all that kind of stuff. But so we miss that side of things. I don't miss the season so much. Fazana will go out in -5. I won't, but she misses the seasons. I do. I think when it gets too hot, it will get a bit grating, because I like to be outdoors, and that's what I love about this time of the year, that I can literally be outside all the time, and there's no friction to just walk out at 9 p.m, 10 p.m, go for a stroll in the compound, or walk to the mall or marina. It's like everything's lit up, it's normal, people are out and about.
And you don't even, and I don't know about you, I certainly felt, and even being here this week, I don't even think about it. It's in the UK, you would absolutely think it through before you leave your house. Absolutely. Because you're like, it's pouring down with rain, it's freezing, you're wearing a scarf. And when we're in Dubai, living here, we never thought about it. Just every day, obviously in the summer months, like you say, it's crazy hot. But over winter, the 6 months of winter, you're just outside, and that's just what you do. Without thinking it through.
Absolutely.
Just open the door, go out.
100%. Yeah.
It's just
and on that point, actually, we haven't mentioned the safety aspect.
Oh, yes, we need
that
to
is a
talk
big
about
one.
that. We need to talk about that. Yeah. So I'm assuming again, it's Middle East. It's great.
Oh, 100%. And with kind of teenage kids, and that again, in the UK, it's stressful. The kids want to go out, but we're like, no, you've got to be back. You can't be out after dark. And you're always stressing when they're out, all that kind of thing. Whereas, absolutely, it's just so much more relaxed in Qatar, because it's safe, where they are, and even the older boys can get Ubers by themselves, and it's pretty cheap. It's like taking a bus fare. So on that side, they get their independence, and we're not as worried that them being out on their own, because it's all safe. And so that again, if you're thinking about what quality of life and that kind of thing, that's a big tick. It's huge.
It's huge because it also gives you as parents more freedom, because in the UK you might not go out for a walk, or both of you at the same time, because unless the kids are coming, you don't want to leave them at home. And whereas here, they might be out. They're out playing. They're out in the park and stuff. Exactly. You're walking about in the compound. It really does affect your life as well as theirs. I think that's a really important point, and like you say, one of the most
100%
important things, quality of life for sure. And I also feel I did miss things about the UK, and now being back there, I do love, where we live is beautiful and it's peaceful, and I like that. Can't really hear anything.
Yeah.
That's when I open my back door and it's very, very fresh air, but it's also like all you can hear is the birds.
The birds, yeah.
I can't hear traffic. I can't hear the hustle and bustle of the city, and that you sort of almost forget that, I think, when you move to a city. But it's not even a Dubai thing. It's just a city thing. We live in the countryside, right?
Exactly.
We live on the beach. It's just it's quiet, it's peaceful, and
definitely,
any city would be like that. It's not because a lot of people say about Dubai, it's man-made, and it's all it's all just built up and it's just all man-made. I'm like, what city have you been to that isn't man-made? Is there one I don't know about? Because I'm pretty sure they all are.
Absolutely.
This one's just really clean and really safe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like the best one to be in. No, that's great. So, okay, so you said kind of see what happens, right? So absolutely. What about with the businesses? So the UK company is still going to carry on doing its thing and doing
absolutely.
Well
So a good thing is that I'm able to run the businesses from anywhere, so it doesn't matter where I am, I can still operate it. Yep. The team are handling the accounting firm side of things. I spend a lot of time on the coaching stuff, which I enjoy more with accountants, but at the same time, I like to focus more on the marketing side and hiring, the two big things that we can still have to be involved in terms of getting business in and getting people in to run their business and accommodate the growth. So still enjoying that. Still I think the next few years will be, I think, exciting times for our profession. Yeah,
I agree.
And
there's a lot coming with AI and everything. So
indeed,
we're navigating that journey, aren't we?
Indeed.
With our firms. And do you plan to maybe hire staff in Qatar if it goes that way? Is that on the cards, or are you going to just keep it? Because like you, we pretty much run our Dubai operations from the UK. We do have staff on the ground, but it's more admin and support. Accounting wise, it hasn't really worked for us, actually, just being completely candid. I have tried to hire kind of management and accounting in the UAE, it just hasn't worked out. So what has worked massively for us is keeping it all in the UK, where we have very, very high attention to detail, very, very high standards, as a company, that we stick to, and I think it just works. So yes, I have hired in the UAE and I probably will continue to, but it's probably not technical level that I hire out here. I don't know about you.
No, I tend to agree with you. I think we have recently hired someone technical to do the accounts and things like that, the VAT return review, which previously was in the UK.
Right.
I mean, it's early days at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. But I agree, it's difficult to find that kind of caliber of person to do it. And Dubai, it's a very kind of transient place. People come, people go, and finding people who are, unlike the UK, you find someone in the area, and for them sometimes it's a job for life type thing, whereas it's not the case here. It's people can be very fickle here because there's so many opportunities kind of flying your way and shiny objects things which everybody gets. So in that sense, it's a bit more challenging, but there are people out there that will fall into we're able to bring in where their goals and what they want to do aligns with where we want to go. So hopefully we can make it work.
Yeah, and I also think there's such a huge talent pool in the Middle East, so that can sometimes make it more challenging. I know that we've struggled in the UK, and pretty much every accountant I've spoken to in the UK, to find good staff in the UK is difficult because there's not a huge pool of them to get, so it's quite competitive amongst us, especially locally. If you want people, we're all competing for the same people. But in the UAE and I assume like in Qatar as well, there's just this big talent pool, which comes with challenges, because then you've got to sift through 1,000 CVs for one job, and how do you know, right?
Exactly.
But as we said, once you get good staff, they tend to recommend people they know, and it grows like that, which is really great. If you could give one piece of advice to someone moving to Qatar, they've just landed in the amazing airport, and what would it be? They're going to set up their business, and that's it there.
Well, if they've already made the decision, then they've already gone through that thought process of, okay, right, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But if I was to give advice to someone considering it,
Okay, yeah,
I
that's a better
would
question.
say, if you're considering Doha, you're probably you probably looked at Dubai, considering Dubai.
Yep.
You may have considered it, Saudi, possibly.
Yep.
I would say add Doha to the mix
Yep.
and come and see it for yourself. Come and spend a few days there and experience what it's like, because a lot of people just come to the airport. I know I met a guy a few weeks ago from India, like big kind of Indian multimillionaire, and he said he's been flying Qatar Airways for the last 20 years because he's got business in America and Dubai and India. But he said, this is the first time I've got out of the airport.
Really?
And he goes, I'm blown away. He's like, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner.
20 years of just going to the airport.
Qatar Airways,
Oh
but
my
never
gosh.
actually left the airport.
Yeah.
So I think what they've done to the place is definitely worth seeing. So, and now it's very easy to get here. It's only an hour away from Dubai. As you say, like your friend came and there's loads of offers going on. So do a not staycation, but do kind of these package holidays where Qatar Airways, they'll give you, 3 nights in a hotel. Come and see it for yourself. And then you can make an informed decision, because there's lots of expats there. There's lots of British people there, lots of Western Europeans. And it's very... Just come and see it for yourself. Yeah. And make an informed decision.
Do it. Yeah.
But either way, if you're thinking about moving and you're not sure whether it's right for you, I learned something from the chap who wrote Atomic Habits, James Clear, about decision making.
Right.
Where decisions are of 3 types: hats, haircuts, and tattoos.
Right.
Most of us think that decisions we are making are like tattoos.
Okay.
Like once you make a decision, that's it. There's no going back.
Yeah.
But actually, most decisions in life are either hats or haircuts.
Right.
Like a hat one day, doesn't work, you try something else.
Yeah.
A haircut, okay, you try it, it doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
Within a month, it's fine. It will grow back, right?
Grow back.
So most decisions are like haircuts, but we treat every decision like a tattoo, and therefore we hold back and we procrastinate.
Yeah.
Like for us, it took us 3 years.
Yeah.
Moving country, because we thought it was a tattoo. Like, that's it. You go there, it doesn't work out. What's going to happen? It's permanent.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a haircut.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It's a bit of discomfort. If we really hate it, do it for a year.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah. And I agree with you. And I've said to so many people when they say to me, like, oh, what's Dubai like? And, you did it, you moved there. I said, look, I can tell you what I think about it, of course. And give my opinion. Slightly biased because it's my favourite place in the world. But the thing is, when I said to my husband about, we were on holiday here, and I said, like, we should move here, and like everything I say, he was like, he was like, oh no, we're actually, I was like, yeah, we're gonna move, and I said, what's the worst that can happen if we really hate it? It's cost us a bit of money that you have to analyze that.
Absolutely.
And that to me was, I literally thought to myself, that is what it's going to cost me to set up. So that's the extent of my risk, is this figure.
Yes.
Am I okay to lose that? And it's not an amount that's going to bankrupt me, then just go.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
And it was the best 2 years we had, and it was wonderful. And now I've got business out here, and it's all gone. So
connections, friends, network that you've built here, like
just it's great. It's so great. Listen, thank you so much for being on my podcast, and it's been a real eye opener. Actually, learned a lot about Qatar, and I'll definitely come and visit.
You have to visit.
I'm sure our listeners have really learned a lot. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No worries.
It's been a pleasure.
If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for lots more information about Dubai, property, business, and everything that you need to know before making the move. I'll see you in the next one.